Alright, aloha everybody. Yeah, I didn't get good video last time, and I got my wife here right here with me. I'm gonna try and get her to laugh in the background. We'll see how good I do. Alright, so I started off with my job. I can't tell you what my job is. I might get fired. But see if you can guess. Here's some of the jokes that I tell at my job. Look, look, there is a Hawaiian sea turtle. Oh my, they're swimming so fast. Why are they swimming so fast? Oh, there's a rabbit. Look over there. There's a puffer fish, in Japanese known as fugu. I'm sure you've heard that they can inflate and deflate themselves. Tom Brady got 12 of them for his teammates. Perhaps you've never heard of the bullet-head parrotfish, but it's quite interesting. It's not in a school, it actually lives in a harem. Now I know you might be saying, what is a harem? It's a lot of bitches. Did I say that? I did say that. There's one male for about 50 to 75 females. Now I know you're thinking, that sounds like good fun, awesome time. No, let me tell you. The reason I went to my comedy show tonight was to escape the 5 prepubescent girls that are in my house right now. My wife's very tough, not laughing. Alright, moving on. You know, I've lost a couple jobs, mostly because of jail. And I don't know, how many of you have been to jail? Alright, I see no one raised their hand. Alright. I got her. Let's change that. How many of you haven't been to jail? Excellent. I now understand that anyone who didn't raise their hand has been to jail. Yeah, that's right, you busted. Anyway, for those of you, you know what I'm talking about. Jail food is quite nutritious. I mean, they give you a piece of bread, and I'm not saying white bread. No. It's wheat bread with jelly. And that's it. That's all you get. That's your breakfast. You get water. I'm sorry, you get water, but make sure you give the cup back or they're gonna get pissed off. Anyway, that's not very funny. But when I went to jail, basically for not falling to the ground fast enough, I was arrested for resisting arrest. Wrap your head around that one. So as I'm in jail with my shirt torn, I tear it some more, make little circles. I start playing basketball because that's what black people do, right? I'm not black anyway. I'm Stardust. Another story, another time. Anyway, they end up taking away all my fucking paper shreds and everything. And they say, if you keep fucking around, we're gonna windboard you. And I'm like, windboard? That sounds like some Abu Ghraib. I don't know. That doesn't sound good. Waterboarding, I know. What's windboarding? And they're like, we're gonna strip you down to your underwear, and we're gonna put a big fan on you and make your nipples hard. Alright, I didn't say that in the show, but I think that's pretty funny. Moving on. So I ain't got shit left to do, and I'm sitting there naked with my nipples hard. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna masturbate, right? I mean, that's not contraband. I came in with it, and I definitely better be leaving with it. So as I'm masturbating, one of the female guards comes around doing their daily, 15-minute check. And she looks inside my cell, sees what I'm doing, is like, alright, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, thank you. So about masturbation, it's crazy. I like to think that I'm a professor of masturbation. And, my wife's nodding her head. Horrible, it's horrible. And it's not about just being able to masturbate. it's kind of crazy. You know, when I was raised and I was born into this world, you know, the family that I was basically raised up in was atheists. You know, they're like, there's no God, there's nothing. And I was like, that's kind of strange. You know, I got to 8 or 9 years old and there's a beautiful world. It's amazing. I was like, there's got to be something. I became agnostic. But man, when I turned like 14, 15, and I figured out how to beat my meat, I was a believer. Hallelujah! Moving on. So I look young, and I am young as I feel. But in terms of masturbation, I remember old school masturbation. You know, nowadays, it's not like you can just download the best fucking video on your iPad and shit. Oh, hell no. We actually had to go to the store. We had to select a genre, and we had to put our money on the counter. It was fucking embarrassing, but what the fuck do you care? You know what's about to come after that. Anyway, so that kind of thing, using the magazine, you find a pretty girl, and you're like, all right, that's the one. And you start going at it. Oh yeah, that's good, but you lose concentration and focus. So you flip the page and you're like, okay, yeah, that's good. You start going at it again. You're like, oh, that's great. But again, you lose focus. So you're like, you know what? Fuck this. And you just rip it open and you take all the good pictures out and you put them all across the floor, like boom, 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 boom. And you're like, all right, now we're going at it. Like, yeah, that's good. Oh, you want some too? Oh yeah, I'm doing a little gangbang. And cleanup is easy at that point. You just throw it in the trash, right? Anyway, you know, these days technology is far surpassed me. I was hanging at my friend's house, and he's kind of this metrosexual guy. You know, he's single. He got this new thing called the Oculus. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Oculus. You can go ahead and Google it or YouTube, whatever. But it's like this kind of virtual reality thing, Matrix type shit. Amazing, bro. So, you know, I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and see this. And he's like, all right, here you go. First, put this on your head. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. You know, it's lightweight. And he's like, all right, now, check this out. You're going to need to take your pants down. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. He's like, no, just trust me. It'll be ultra realistic. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I just fucking drop my pants, and I'm just sitting there. And he's like, okay, now just wait. It's gonna boot up real quick, and it's all black for a second, and then it starts. My wife's like just groaning. She's like, I don't know. You guys probably know where this joke is headed. I'll just be quick with it. So anyway, this silhouetted figure comes out of the bedroom, walks over to me, gives me a blowjob. It feels so realistic that I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And it's my boy giving me a blowjob. And I'm like, man, you gonna swallow? Horrible. Yeah, she's laughing so hard she's coughing. So now that I've lost my job for telling jokes, and I lost my wife for just being me, I'm like, you know, I need to make some money. I need a new life change. So I'm reading through the newspaper, and I see that in Japan they're having a big problem with the film industry, and apparently there's a big disparity of men to women. And I was like, you know, this might be my second chance. You know, my first chance, I went to the Hawaii Five-0 casting call, like, hey, I'm here to audition for the part of the black actor. And they took a look at me and they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this, but you're just not black enough. And although I was heartbroken, I dropped my pants knowing. And I said, what about now? And they said, you're not black at all. And so I left crying, but still determined. So this news article gave me hope. It's about 70 men to 10,000 female in the Japanese film industry. And I know you're like, yeah, that sounds like great fun, but hey, these guys doing 3-4 a days. And that sounds like, that actually does sound like fun, but that sounds like hard work too. But I kind of rationalized that's less than I masturbate now. So yeah, I'll go down and check it out. Check it out. So I head over to Japan and I'm like, yo guys, I'm here to help you out. I hear you have a shortage of big dicks. Anyway, so I like to read the news, watch the news. The news is cool, I guess. And some of you may have heard about the TPP. Basically, all you need to know about the TPP is that it is a thought-provoking phrase. Moving on, people ask me why I come to Hawaii. Like, why I come to Hawaii? Yeah, America's beautiful. You can take road trips and go see the Grand Canyon. You can go see Mount Rushmore. You can go to Nantucket, which is in Florida. Yeah. I'm from America. America! Alright, I'm losing it. Okay, finish off with this. Okay, that might have gone over your head anyway. Finishing it with some news. You might watch news about the UN. And as I said, coming to Hawaii, the great thing about it is the police don't shoot here. Hey, all I gotta say is I support, the freedom of speech. Just sweet Charlie. Couple entendres there. Alright, the last thing we're gonna end with is the UN General Assembly was held about a week ago. And there was an interview with Vladimir Putin done ahead of time. And Vladimir was asked, are you going to go and meet with Obama and discuss the Syrian conflict? And Putin's like, if I need to meet with Obama, there are channels open where I can meet with him. That's my Russian. So, a few days later at the UN Council, wouldn't you know it, here comes Donald Trump. Don't ask me how he got in there. But he comes in and he's like, Putin, Obama, you guys gotta make... Okay, I lost it. I'm gonna just cancel.